Thank you, everyone, for those of you who are here, Bill and Mitch and Adam and Mary Beth. Thank you, and everyone. So it's been a very busy, you may have received, if you haven't already looked in your email, you may have received a wonderful announcement from our president, Wole, about some changes in some of the personnel and many of our executive leadership, and I'll leave that for Wole to tell us about. But it was a very nice month last month with the governor coming here and the chancellor to talk about all of the dollars that $44 million that we received for renovation and transformation of our college campus to really meet the needs of our new strategic plan, which I know our president will be talking about. So it was a great, it was a great day. It was a wonderful day. And I can feel the change in the community with our president here, with our new leadership. So I'm very pleased that we're here today to talk about it. I need an approval of the meeting minutes for October 19th. You all received it. Can I have a motion? Mitch, motion to accept. Can I have a second? Bill, thank you. Are there any comments or questions, concerns? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Thank you. The minutes will have been accepted. We will now move to our president's report. So, Doctor?
Yes, thank you, Ryan. Thanks, everyone. It's hard to imagine. It's like 70 days or so since I've been. But
Is it?
it's a little more. But it's interesting because I know 70 days ago we did this first 100 days, and it seemed like forever. And so this is, in some ways, an account of what we've been trying to do during this period. And it's been, I think, a great time for SUNY Poly in many ways. I think perhaps one of the most exciting things that's happened has been the visit by the governor. And you can see here really a nice picture, showing Rowan, our chancellor, our governor, and our councilwoman, and a number of people who really made a major contribution to really bring in this opportunity to have $44 million to invest in our colleges of engineering and health sciences. So this is truly a big opportunity for us to make transformational investments that will allow us not just to educate our students and do research, but also to do workforce development in the area. And I remember on the way out, the governor sort of said, let us know when you do some of these things. And so it's exciting to look forward to showing just what we can do with those investments. And the other part of this has been just reaching out to the next generation. And there was truly some amazing activities that brought a number of high school girls from Utica school system to our campus for 100 students in manufacturing, 100 girls in manufacturing. I have to say Heather Hage gave a most inspiring presentation at this session, and really inspired the girls who had a chance to see our campus, many of whom I'm sure will be our future students. And so working with McNey and the Utica School District, we've been able to really strengthen our outreach to students in the community, and this remains an area of priority for us. And so as we look to building partnerships, we've been very intentional about reaching out to many of our major partners in the region, from the Griffith Institute to the Masonic Medical Research Institute, which we visited yesterday,
Great.
To Wolfspeed, to Mohawk Valley Edge Indian Corporation, Mohawk Valley Community College, which we visited 2 days ago, and actually had a joint leadership meeting with, there's this growing sense of just partnership. And you can see the impact of this in terms of some of the visits that we've had. Senator Schumer and his team chose us as one of the three places to have a visit with as part of their CHIPS Act efforts. We've had a visit from the Empire State Development Team that are looking to invest in us the possibility of $10 million to really drive our transformational efforts further. And then we had a joint leadership meeting with Randy Van Wagner and his team, which was truly an outstanding meeting, where we looked at areas of existing cooperation and areas for future cooperation. And Mary Beth gave a talk at this meeting, along with her counterpart Esmeralda, that really showed the work we've been doing together to grow enrollment and really the different areas that we can use to build on that relationship going forward. So really growing partnerships and growing excitement of our engagement of the community. Now, in terms of our strategic planning efforts, we've streamlined the 5 goals into 4 thematic areas, and each of these is receiving significant attention. The focus, of course, on support for our students is one that's really prime and center for us. Growing our brand and external partnerships has been coupled together. And this is an area where we need to really invest significantly in becoming the best known secret that's not a secret anymore, right? Improving our campus infrastructure is another area where we're really soliciting inputs from our community and really identifying key priorities. And then, of course, investing in academic excellence in all its different ways, with the support of the faculty, with the support of the community, in a way that allows us to really take SUNY Poly to the next level. Now, in terms of enrollment, at a simplistic level, I could say that number of first-year applications is increasing, number of transfer applications is increasing. We now need to deliver the yield. And so, Mary Beth, I don't know if you want to say a few words about this, but at a high level, the numbers look good, but we're really working hard to use some of the good news that we've had in recent times to inform the students and their families as they make their decisions. Mary Beth.
I would absolutely agree, and we've been working with the communications team and the enrollment marketing team to make sure that all of our prospective students, our applicants, and those that we're getting ready to accept, that our first acceptances will go out at the end of the week, have received already messages of all the good news in the investment in SUNY Poly. So now it's working on yield, and we have a lot of yield events scheduled for the spring, and it takes a village, and the community is very much, the campus community, involved and engaged in those efforts. So we're feeling really good about where we are right now in terms of our application.
So I have a question. The transfer fall 24 applications, is that something that is new? I mean, to be that high, I don't remember ever it being
No, they've
20,
been,
almost 20%.
That's in the last couple of years. I mean,
Really?
it's still early. We have time for spring, and that may go up even further. We've had a lot of initiatives in terms of working closely with our partner community colleges to help with conversion there. So we're very optimistic in terms of where things are heading for fall, and also our spring transfer applications are ahead as well. So things are looking very positive.
In College of Engineering is seeing an uptick.
Yes.
Great.
Absolutely.
It's wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks, Mary Beth.
Thanks, Mary Beth.
And in terms of the deliberate activities that we have, we're building on our path to Poly, working with our counterpart community colleges, MVCC, Herkimer, Hudson Valley, and Onondaga. Onondaga have actually approached us to really work with them in increasing their support for computer science and also increasing their support for areas related to semiconductor manufacturing. The folks at Herkimer were actually here today, and we signed another agreement with them that strengthens the different pathways to poly. And with MVCC, we, of course, have been having these discussions with them, and we have also developed other pathways, which I think Wayne can share with us. Wayne?
Thank you, President. Yeah, and I will emphasize what Mary Beth said earlier. This is all about strengthening partnerships with these 4 key community college feeders. We did a lot of analyzing of data in terms of looking to identify those strong partnerships. And I'll remind everyone, this is part of the SUNY Transformation Fund dollars. So this elevated path to poly is supported with scholarship dollars, transportation stipends, textbooks, and so we're really investing the time, energy, and money in attracting transfer students. But again, I think it comes back to the relationship building and the faculty collaboration between Poly and these 4 community college feeders. So in addition to all that, we know we want to raise the visibility of these community college partnerships and the transfer to SUNY Poly. So we have a pretty aggressive integrated marketing plan coming up. We're doing some things now that the team has been working on that we're going to share, the 2 on the left, but also a video that's out on social media right now. But as we go into the spring, we'll be investing even more in an integrated marketing, geofencing, which targets students in the proximity of these community colleges, so we can grow those numbers even further. You see they're up. We want them to be up even more, and we want to be able to deliver on the yield so that they not only apply to SUNY Poly, but they transfer and enroll at SUNY Poly. So I'll ask the President if he could just click, and we'll just show you this 20-second piece.
Love it.
Wow. Nice
Short and
job.
sweet and with some motion. That's what
Actually,
the
have I
prospective
seen
students
a,
want.
I thought I saw a billboard too?
Not a billboard. Not yet, I will say, Roanne. It's all part of
Where-
our
I
process.
just saw that. Where did I see it then? What-
Oh, that billboard. Yes, we did.
There is a billboard.
Yes. So wait, you saw it in here? I see. Okay.
SUNY.
So maybe you just knew that it's coming.
Yeah, it was in my mind. Right.
We will be exploring.
Subliminal.
We will be exploring billboards in these markets for the transfer marketing, but also the broader branding image of the state's premier public polytechnic. So more to come,
Okay.
and certainly by the next college council meeting, I think we'll have not only that plan to share, but
So
the-
this
but the
will
metrics
truly
around
be
it.
a seamless transfer, because I've been around SUNY, not SUNY Poly, but I've been around SUNY a long time, and they never quite get it, the seamless transfer program. It never really comes to fruition. So this is where I've taken all my credits at, say, MVCC, and then I'm going to come here,
Yep.
and I'm going to transfer seamlessly to a program, as long as it's obviously compatible with what I've studied. Like if
Yeah,
they did engineering at MV, they can come into engineering here.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Roanne, part of the transformation funding allowed us to move forward with a search for a transfer articulation coordinator. So a full-time person that dedicates their efforts to making the
Right.
transfer to SUNY Poly seamless. That's going to help us immensely. We also feel that person's, just because they're here and present with our transfers, we'll provide some of that advising that we know our transfer students need as well. So I wouldn't call it a double down, but we know when we submitted the application for transformation funds, we knew how important all these elements were to not only recruit transfer students, but retain transfer students.
Thanks, Wayne.
You bet.
Thank you, Wayne.
And so, moving on, we've been investing in our workforce, and we have made good progress on sort of searches for senior leadership positions. So at the senior leadership level, we now have a call for applications for provost, vice provost for student affairs, and vice provost for human resources. And we've had some good applications starting to come in for those positions. At the cabinet level, we're looking for deans for the College of Business, College of Engineering, and College of Health Sciences. And we've met with the committees for the Dean for Engineering and Dean of Health Sciences to kick off those searches, and we'll be meeting with the team for the College of Business shortly. And then in progress, we're also looking for new director of athletics. We've had some really fantastic applicants, and we're close to making an offer, and so we're hoping to close this search by the end of the year. Director of Marketing and Communications, also some excellent candidates, and again, looking to make some offers.
Are all these searches closed, or you're still accepting, or is anything still open?
I would say the ones in the middle are still open. We're still accepting applications, and also the ones to the left are still open.
Okay,
It's a mixed situation with the ones on the
right, okay.
So we're close to making a decision on the top two on the right. The Assistant VP for Business Affairs,
I believe an offer has been.
an offer has been made and accepted. I think, go ahead.
That's correct.
And the Associate Vice Provost for Enrollment Management, I think will take a little time, but we're hoping to, we've identified someone that can do the job for now, and then we're hoping to make a final decision next year.
So while we were doing the search, I was told that we were also looking for a facilities person. Did we find the facilities person yet?
I don't
Does
know the
anybody
answer
know
to that.
that?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I
All
don't
right.
think we've found that yet.
Okay.
And then, for the moment, we've made some promotions and appointments, and I just wanted to share that with the council. Andy Russell has agreed to take over as the interim provost, starting from the 4th of January. So until that time, Mark Montgomery will double up in his current role as CDO and provost. Also, Montgomery's promotion to Vice President for Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging was recently approved by the SUNY system.
Congratulations, Mark. That's wonderful.
And he will continue, of course, to be our Chief Diversity Officer as well. So we look forward to working with Mark in this role. He takes over in this capacity on the 4th of January as well. And then in the interim, with the retirement of Mary Beth, Jennifer Adams has agreed to serve as interim Vice President for Student Affairs, in addition to her role as Dean of Students. And so we're very thankful to all of our sort of growing leaders for taking on additional responsibility. And I have to tell you, in all of these cases, these appointments were made after significant faculty consultation. And I really want to appreciate, Adam McLean and the faculty governance for providing their perspectives into these appointments.
You're very welcome. We appreciate you asking us for consultation. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah, you're welcome. And it was interesting. When I first started, I think it was the week before I came here, right, one of the first things that I did was to go through what I would call a hello goodbye relationship with Mary Beth. She told me all these wonderful things we were going to do together.
And then she dropped you.
And then she dropped me like a lead balloon. And then I thought maybe I could appeal. And so I said, well, but think about all the fun we're going to have. And then she said she'll talk to her husband. She did that, then came back, and I'm afraid her husband won. So that was it. But it's been great, really, working with Mary Beth in the short time that we've worked together. I have to tell you, she's truly amazing.
Mm-hmm.
She has this way of solving problems, and everybody thinks it's simple, but it's not. And so we will miss her, but we also appreciate the fact that, she has a growing family and a lot of other things she wants to do. So she'll be retiring after 33 and a half years of service here at SUNY Poly. And also retiring will be Mary Rose Rabb after 28 years of service to SUNY. So we're really thankful for these wonderful members of our team, and we hope they're not really leaving us fully. And so we'll be staying in close touch with you as you go forward, and we appreciate you for your service.
Okay, so Mary Beth, can you tell us how many names SUNY had in the time that you were here?
Many. Many. It's funny because they put together a little poster, and I see you pulled my favorite picture from the poster. And they had all of the different names of the campus and all of my different titles over the last 33 years. So I don't think they missed.
They didn't miss
And
one?
they didn't miss any.
Okay, great.
Thanks. And then, one of the things that we've been responding to is kind of the evolving landscape around us. And as many of us know, the College of St. Rose will be closing down,
Very sad.
which is very sad. And, as is typical of many members of our community, once people saw this, the different groups within SUNY Poly started to reach out. And so, we've basically had Joanne Joseph from the School of Health Sciences reach out to see if we can be helpful to students that want to transfer into our BSN program. We've also had Mary Rose Rabb and her team in undergraduate enrollment reach out to St. Rose to just see if we can help with transfers of different kinds in accounting, business, finance, biology, communications, and computer science, cybersecurity, nursing, psychology, and social work. And then we have a number of people, employees of the College of St. Rose, that could potentially fill some of the vacancies we have here. And so we have Rhonda Haynes, who's actually an alum of the College of St. Rose, reaching out to the team out there and trying to see if we can recruit some of the staff that are open to opportunities here at SUNY Poly. And then in athletics, there are several teams where our SUNY Poly coaches with personal connections have reached out to the students, trying to attract them to SUNY Poly. And so we're hoping some of these will yield some success, and we'll keep you posted as these efforts continue.
Thank you.
And then we need to congratulate our own very own, our own very own, chair of our council for her re-election to the executive committee.
Just another job.
Yeah. So, Rowan, I know that this is what I have to look forward to when I retire. Right?
Another Zoom meeting.
Yeah, but we appreciate you and just all your
Thank you.
support of
Thank
SUNY
you.
and the SUNY system.
Thank you.
So we wanted to just highlight some of the things that are going on in the different colleges. In the College of Arts and Sciences, this team here of Christina Boylan, Ibrahim Yushel, and Anna Joffre have written a chapter in the recently published book on interactive tabletop for education. We have in the College of Business, Robert Edgell has been coordinating this region's New York State Business Plan competition, which is a big activity that's bringing a lot of recognition to us. And the online accounting master's program continues to receive high rankings from intelligent.com. And then in the College of Engineering, there's a grant to facilitate the development of high-flex approaches to teaching civil engineering technology, allowing them to be taken both online and in person. It turns out that doing high-flex is actually really hard, and although we often describe it, it's non-trivial to do well. So we appreciate these efforts. And then in the College of Health Sciences, the American Credit Union recently gave a number of scholarships to 300-level nursing students. And I have to say, it was very touching for me to listen to one of our students that was a beneficiary of this scholarship just talk about just what a difference the scholarship made to her in being able to come back to school after many, many years of being home and being a mom. It was truly a special occasion, and I think a great example of just how scholarships really make an impact on the lives of our students. And then in terms of notable activities of the foundation, we had the recent dedication of the Kevin Grimmer Court, which was really very moving ceremony. It had many generations of the Grimmer family here to witness the dedication, I think a week after he died. Truly special activity. There have been efforts by our students to really look for ways of supporting good professional apparel for students who don't have the resources very often to purchase these themselves. And that activity is going well, and really just wanted to commend this. And then the SUNY Foundation Year-End Appeal is ongoing currently, and so that foundation helps support academic programs, campus enhancement, faculty development, and student success. And in terms of athletics, it's been an exciting time. We joined the Empire 8, and this is an initiative that I think will allow us to perform and compete with teams that are much closer to home, saving our students from that stress of going to places that are 12 hours away and having to come back and basically do all their academic work. We feel that the students will actually enjoy greater competition with with teams that are nearby, and we look forward to joining this group in the coming year, in the fall of 2024. And then our men's soccer team won their division, and truly outstanding group of students. And then they had to go compete at WPI, which was an interesting experience for me. So I snuck into WPI, and I thought nobody would notice me. And I went to sit with the opposition. But it was truly fun, and it was tough competition. We didn't win, but I was really proud of our team and how they handled themselves, and really great kudos to the coach and the team and the traveling parents. My God, who are truly amazing. You know, they're these parents who go around different parts of the country to support our teams, and they were all there to be part of this joyful occasion. So we look forward to going further next year, but really congratulate the team for their success. And as we get ready for the holiday season, we've been working hard on sort of celebrating the season and preparing a sort of season's greeting. And so we thought we'll give you a sneak preview of what this is. And so this is the first public showing of this, right? With the holiday season upon us, I'm incredibly grateful to the SUNY Poly community, our students, faculty, staff, and alumni that have made such a positive impact on our campus in 2023. While no year is without challenges, our resilient campus community always rises to the occasion. As 2023 comes to a close and we reflect on what a memorable year it's been, I'm inspired by our collective accomplishments, legacies celebrated, and the significant support and investments made in our institution by our partners in the Mohawk Valley, the SUNY system, and New York State. During this holiday season, I invite you to join us as we look to the future with confidence and momentum. Whether you know this institution as the Upper Division, the State University of New York College of Technology at Utica, Rome, SUNY IT, or SUNY Poly, we are all part of the same family that is on a path to become the state and nation's premier public polytechnic. So, as we celebrate this season of giving and look forward to the new year ahead, our Wildcat family wishes you and yours the happiest of holidays.
Very nice. Very nice.
I have to thank team here for doing such a fantastic job. I really, they did that in 1 or 2 takes. It was truly amazing. Anyway, so we want to just thank all of you for your support in the past few months. You know, it's been interesting as I reflect back. I could tell you that I've truly found community here at SUNY Poly, and I appreciate everyone in the team just for the ways that we have worked together as a team and really started the process of really moving SUNY Poly forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. I think you hit the ground running from the day. If it's 70 days, it seems like you've been here even longer, but we thank you for really just delving into everything and getting everything moving. Because as we talked about it in the search committee, our executive leadership was what was lacking here at SUNY Poly. Even though we had great academic staff, we had excellent staff and our professors, but we needed the top. We needed our leadership. So you brought that to us. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to call on Dr. Montgomery.
Hi, folks. Good afternoon. Just a brief update on where we are with the middle stage process. From the committee, they would like you to know 3 specific items. First one is that many of the working groups are still active and working, trudging along, still meeting. The more administrative heavy little groups are kind of on pause for a little bit as they're focusing right now on the institutional strategic plan this month to meet the December deadline, and they will be reconvening in January. A few of us, specifically Dean Phipps and Dean Carpenter and I, went to the accreditation conference in Philadelphia, and they wanted you all to know not only was that an amazing and informative conference, but specifically they wanted to target what were key takeaways for all of us, including a lot of conversations and workshops about the trends in higher education and the accreditation process, the heavy emphasis on development of micro-credentials and certificate programs, and also about how students are learning and subsequent trends related to educational platforms, i.e. hybrid, synchronous, and asynchronous platforms. Lastly, just for the collective, where we are in terms of process being on target, we are in the second state of the process, which targets November to January. And specifically what is happening during that time frame are the working groups are splitting up their lines of inquiry that has been completed, setting up of subgroups that has also been completed. looking at internal deadlines, goals, and meeting these schedules. They're way ahead of schedule in terms of the process. And I'd just like to take a heartfelt minute to say thank you for not just the effort, but the effort on top of everything else between the end of the semester, strategic plan contributions, and people have approached this with real effort. And just want to say thanks to all parties who were involved.
Thank you, Dr. Montgomery. Anybody have any questions or? Okay. And I'm sure you'll keep us informed.
Yes.
Thank you. We are now down to Nick. Yep. Our student representative, Nick Rossi, will now give us an update.
All right. Hi, everyone. It's good seeing you guys. Bear with me. I'm currently working through illness, but I'm almost over it, so I'm doing pretty good. But anyways, so I just got out of a final as well, so my brain's a little fried, but we're gonna get through it. So, but yeah. Anyways, so here's kind of an overview of what we're gonna be looking at today. We're gonna give some updates from SGU. We're gonna talk about some campus activities from Webb. We'll talk about student highlights, athletics, and then we'll be done. So first, updates from SGU. So as President Chevalier already talked about, we opened up the ABC Career Clothing Closet. So that's something we're very excited about. Students can come grab, professional clothing if they can't afford it. So that's a great initiative that we created. We also had 2 events recently. One is like a professional development day. So this was for a whole campus-wide event. So students can come and, Mike Balato was there. And they talked about professional related topics. So that was a great event. And we had a leadership development day, which was more of like an internal one. And this was used for everybody, stipended positions. And it was a great program, or a great day program, yeah. So anyways, so we also had a SUNY SA conference this fall. And SUNY Poly brought around, I believe, 15 students. So compared to other schools that have a very large representative in the SUNY SA system, so we brought 15. The largest other school brought like 6, 7 people. So we brought a lot of people, and there was a great representation of SUNY Poly there. So I thought I should highlight that. And 2 future things that we're currently working on at the moment is esports, as well as our president, Bailey Wadsworth, are working towards creating an esports arena. So I'm not sure exactly where they stand at the moment, but I believe they're looking for a location for it. So that's a work in progress, as well as there's plans to purchase wellness vending machines and place them around campus. So this is for, like COVID tests, just extra kind of stuff that you can go grab late at night when the wellness center isn't open. So that's a new initiative as well that we're looking to get started on pretty soon. So, but anyways, so here's some Webb campus event activities that Webb hosted. So we had different theme nights. So you can see late night at Poly. We had a Halloween event towards the bottom, Walter's Wicked Bash. So that was pretty cool. That was a nice event. We also had some theme nights, other theme nights as well, such as Winterfest. So on the top left, if I get the pointer. So we stuff these, wrong way. Okay, never mind. Anyways, so so we stuffed those bears and we had different a winter theme night. So that was a great event. There was around 100 people there. As well as we had casino night. Every semester we host casino night. It's a extremely popular event. And we hosted right in here in this MPR. And there was, I believe, 225 people. So it's a lot of people to fit in here. But we made it work. So, but we also had other stuff like some DIY, like fall crafts. We had laser tag. We had free movie showings off campus in the Rome Cinema. So if you drove off campus and you went to Rome, you could watch free movies. So that was really nice. And then lastly, the second one down, I say it for last, is we had bus trips to Salem in New York City. So that was a lot of fun. We went to Salem around Halloween, so a week before Halloween. So that was chaotic, but it was a lot of fun. As well as we went to New York City on December 2nd, which is when they lit up the tree in Rockefeller. So that was beautiful. That was a lot of fun as well. And I hope we go back. I'll tell you that. But anyways, here's some other events that we had. So we had a Hocus Pocus drag bingo. So that had around 150 people there. That was a very large turnout. We just had our late night breakfast. I couldn't be there. I was really sad about that. We just had that. We always have a great turnout for that.
Your cooks?
Yep. I put them on. I saw Dan, so I put it on there. Anyways, so it seems like every other Thursday we have therapy dogs. We bring them on campus. So usually it's just like once or twice a semester we do that, but it seems like we have them every other week because I do tours and I see them all the time. So we bring a lot of therapy dogs, so that's great. Our students really like that. As well, we had some other stuff. So esports had like Smash Weekly, as well as our Frag Fest this fall. So those are very popular with our students as well. And we also had Diwali a month ago. So Diwali is an Indian festive like holiday. It's kind of themed like that. It is very popular, very large turnout with our international population here at Poly. And it was a great turnout. It was a great event. We had really nice fireworks as well. Lastly, we did have a walk to end domestic violence. So I don't know the exact turnout for that, but there was a lot of people walking that day. And that was a great event that we had. And those bags on the bottom right or bottom left, I helped set those up. But we had that was a great turnout, and it was a great event, and we're very glad to have that. Lastly, we had some other residential life events within the res halls and whatnot, like different DIY and theme stuff for all the residential students. And then I thought I'd throw in the career fair because, it's always great, and Mike Battalato does an excellent job by bringing in employers. I believe he brought around 90 employers. So he does an excellent job at that, and I figured we'd highlight it because he does a really good job, and our students make great connections going there. So next, I brought back student highlights instead of talking about orientation. So there's 3 on there that I picked. The first one in the top left, there's more than 3. Certain IMGD students, as well as Professor Nicola June, went to a expo in Albany, so it's a video game developer expo, and they represented SUNY Poly, and they worked with their admissions office as well. I was there for that. And they did a great job, and they're great students. I know all 3 of them, and they're very good, and they did a great job. Second, one electrical engineering student named Isaac Martin, he traveled all the way to Venice, Italy to present his research at the IEE conference, which is electrical and electronics engineering. So that was amazing. That's a great opportunity to go to Italy for that, and congrats to him. Anyways, lastly, so this was very recent, it was on Instagram. Students in Andrew Wolf and Ray Berninsky's intro to engineering class, they completed like a treasure island competition. So they formed a bunch of teams and they built these machines, and they tried to like achieve a goal of like, I forget what it is, but they did a great job, and that was very popular. And they do it every fall with all the first years coming in. So I thought I'd highlight that because it's really cool, and that's something great that those 2 professors put on. All right, so lastly, we'll talk about athletics. So as already Dr. Chobio talked about, we had the Kevin Grimmer court dedication, as well as we had the game where we honored him and whatnot. So that was a great event. As well as we had a staff volleyball game, I believe, 2 weeks ago. So that was great. We always do that, I believe, I don't know, every semester, but we do that. And there's always a good turnout for that, and it's always a lot of fun. And I threw in men's volleyball, hired a new head coach, Daniel Short. The reason I threw this in there is because a lot of our students actually had an impact on this, because they've been looking for a head coach for a while, and they did a great job at helping in the hiring process, and they're very happy with their new coach. And I know quite a few of them, so I thought I'd throw that in there because the students had a good impact on that. In terms of actual playing, though, so men's basketball recently started, and they won 3 in a row, so I thought I'd throw that in there. They just started, but they're doing great. Dr. Chauvier already talked about men's soccer. They won the NAC Conference Championship, and they had an excellent season. So congrats to them. They did amazing. They're a lot of fun to watch. And then lastly, women's soccer. So they finished first in the West Division, and they lost in the NAC tournament. I want to say it was the semifinals, because if they would have won, the next game was like the finals. But they were really close, and it was a really close game, and they did an excellent job. So, all right, so that's all I have today. Is there any questions about anything?
Great stuff.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Great stuff. Thank you. Okay. I think that's, oh, yeah, Adam. I'm sorry,
That's okay, don't worry.
Adam,
Check. Oh, yep, it's on, okay.
faculty representative update.
Yeah, just a handful of things, just to keep everybody appraised. Faculty governance is working on the revised faculty handbook, and we hope to be in a position where we have a vote on that when we have a meeting of the full assembly in May. That's the next non-Senate full assembly meeting. We're also working on updates to our governance bylaws to reflect mostly the split with CNSE That's a process, but there are just things in there that don't need to be in there anymore because we don't have a fifth college anymore. The Technology Committee is working on a streamlined reporting form for classroom technology issues that they would make available to faculty so that if you get to your classroom the first day of the fall semester and the computer doesn't turn on, there's another route to go besides the help desk that might get things to IT faster. We had a vote to dissolve the Governance Council because it doesn't need to exist anymore. That was the joint governance body with the CNSE campus.
Right.
And so we're removing all mention of that from everything and getting caught up on that. We've been working with the Provost's office to update the faculty governance website and get all the correct names and emails and everything on there. This has become kind of a project of mine. I'm going to be meeting in January with John Reel from Auxiliary Services to talk to him about faculty concerns about food pricing in the Student Center here. We're aware that everything has gone up since 2019 and probably won't ever go fully back down, but there have been some complaints that there's what I charitably describe as price gouging going on based on the quantity that you get for the amount that's being charged and all. And so I want to talk to John and try to figure out where Aramark, the caterer, is in terms of what are they being charged, what's the profit margin, is it gouging, is it not, or does it just reflect the increased cost of making a cheeseburger? And I don't know the answer to that yet, but I'll report back when I know it. We're hoping, I already mentioned the handbook, we got nominees for all the Chancellor's Awards, the adjunct teaching, service, and research. There were people nominated for all of those. That's as much as I know about the procedure because as chair, once I constitute the committees, I'm not supposed to be involved in that, but I was told that there are nominees for all of those.
Right.
Which is always a good thing for us. And I thought I'd mention, not strictly faculty, staff's involved too, but Stacy Ginther told me this morning that the holiday lunch has a record number of RSVPs. We're at 152 for the holiday lunch as of like 8 o'clock this morning when I talked to her, and she expects it to go up even more with last minute RSVP. So should be a good event, and Wayne's going to be our MC this year. So,
Right.
And that's really all I have. So thanks everybody for listening, and I guess, does anyone have any questions for me? Would be the last bit of it.
So when you say 150, that's something that's a new number that,
It's a new number at least since post-pandemic.
okay,
I
great.
don't know about numbers in 2019 or 2018, but it's a considerable number. We
Looking
had
up.
120 last year.
Great.
So yeah, so it's gone up since 2022.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions? Okay. I don't need an executive session. So if we don't have any other questions or concerns, Rich, anything? No? Okay. Then I will, we're going to, are we meeting with the foundation? Or did that not happen? Yes? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, sorry for those of you who couldn't be with us. We're going to have a little bit of a reception with the College Foundation members. They had their meeting today, too. So, thank you for Darlene and Nicole and Chris for joining us. We appreciate it, and hopefully, I think our next meeting is going to be Zoom. I think that's the way we did it, Dan. So we'll have a Zoom meeting in February, and then we'll come back together for the next meeting. Do we know the date of graduation? May 4th. May 4th is graduation. Okay, great. I only have one thing before. I would like to emphasize that I think Keith just asked me to make this. He does a lot with STEAM and STEM, and I think he would like to see if maybe your leadership would visit his campus. But I also think Nick brought up during the search, we had a conversation with Z about other schools other than just the City of Utica School District going out and talking to Rome, Whitesboro, Clinton, doing that extra effort to let them know. We talked about not being, the best kept secret There's a lot of students in Whitesboro, there's a lot of students in Rome, there's a lot of students in, Clinton. It's not just the Utica School District. And we do a great job with the Utica School District, but I think we need to get our numbers up and enrollment, so we need to spread our wings a little bit. And certainly, Keith, are you still with us?
I'm here.
Okay. Do you want to speak for yourself?
No, Roanne, I'm a little sick too, so sorry.
Oh, okay.
As you know, you came.
Twice.
I've come a couple of times to see our facility, so I thought it would be a good idea because we have so many partnerships here in Little Falls with SUNY Poly, and a lot of these students are working on the campus as we speak, and I foresee them as potential students to go to SUNY Poly. So our new president and his team, even Nick, I think Nick would be a good idea. You guys could talk it over. If you'd like to come out and visit with Roanne, who's been here, I'd be more than happy to set that up. It's a STEAM and engineering by design focused school district, so it's totally aligned to the mission of SUNY Poly.
We'll be happy to do that, so we'll follow up.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah, and Keith, it's Wayne Westerveld. I remember you and I talked at the last meeting, so I look forward to that. And I do want to emphasize the K-12 partnerships is a significant element within our strategic plan. So we want to grow that, and I think certainly one way we can do that is being present, understanding the needs, and promoting SUNY Poly to students and faculty and staff in those school districts throughout the region. So we look forward to working with you on it.
I just want everyone to know that SUNY Poly is more than academics. They're helping us with mental health issues, doing surveys, having students complete independent studies with our students. It's just really well-rounded and really greatly appreciated.
And I think it's very important that we do reach out, especially since Utica and Rome are both going to have new superintendents. I think the interim superintendents we should be speaking to them about what we're looking for in our partnerships. And I think it's very important. So, and also I know the hospitals, and I know that Dr. Joe is totally connected. Yes, Nick.
So one last thing I'll add for you, Keith, is if you want a specific type of major for a student to come, in admissions, you can work with their admissions office, or even I can do it, and we can find a student, like we have some in psychology and community and behavioral health, as well as biology as well. There's 2 of them in biology. So if there's any specific major you want, we can gladly send you somebody to come over. Because I'm a business major, so I don't know if I can really talk about STEM stuff. But I can. But generally speaking, though, if you want somebody in particular, we can help you with that.
I think that would be a good a good addition if we did bring a student with us along with the leadership. Keith, is that?
I think you have my email, correct?
Yes, we all do.
Okay, so Nick, why
It's
don't
in the
you
book.
reach out and we'll start having that discussion, and I'll combine it with the visit.
Perfect.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Bill? Mitch? We've adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Happy holidays. Thank you.